Interest rates are moving, an election is happening, it won't stop raining in Jacksonville. What is happening in our housing market? Mike Rolowitz, 904 Home Guide team, brokered by Real Broker here in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, to break down our September market stats. So we're actually looking at August. So we're gonna break this down real quick for you this week. Honestly, seasonality, I think, is the big story. So we'll start with our median sales price. $390,000, that is down from our peak of over $417,000 that we hit in June. Seasonally, this is to be expected. We typically rise through the spring and summer months, usually peak June or July, and then we're in the midst of what we call the fall. So that's down 4.9% from last month and up fractionally from this time last year. Prices are still up from our January low. So we're still up for the year, but trending in a downward direction, which again is not unexpected. I think the biggest story right now is that inventory story that we've been talking about recently. Our median days on market is up 56% from this time last year and 26% from just last month. Homes are taking on average about 50, or median I should say, about 50 days to go under contract. So what that means for sellers, pricing still the most important factor in a successful sale, and just understanding you might have to be patient in this market. Showings have slowed down. Our closed sales are down about 6% pending. This usually gets adjusted up a little bit as the month goes on because some closed sales that haven't registered yet register, but that's down 32% from last month, 25% from this time last year. And our inventory continues to really tell the story as to what I would call a shift in our market to a more balanced market that's almost feeling like a buyer's market in a lot of our little sub pockets within the greater Jacksonville area. For reference, the stats I'm pulling are Duval, St. Johns County single family homes. It's where our team does about 70–80% of our transactions. So active inventory, you'll see 5,700 units available. That's up from 3,300 at the beginning of the year. So we're close to double the inventory. It's an 82% increase from this time last year. So much more for buyers to choose from. Even though interest rates have come down, they're at their lowest point in about 19 months. Still a lot of buyers on the sidelines waiting for further drops. There's talk of a Fed funds rate cut. Fun fact, that's usually priced into mortgage rates, which track more with a 10-year treasury bond. So we don't expect a big move down in mortgage rates when that meeting happens, which is going next week. The smart money saying 100% chance of a 25 basis point cut. About a 30 to 40% chance that that Fed funds rate gets cut by 50 basis points. Again, don't expect to see that translate into mortgage rates that are now hovering in the low sixes. They're not going to go to the mid fives. They may dip down into the high fives, and when that happens, I do predict we will see an uptick in that buyer activity. We've got several buyers that the agents on the team are working with right now to get pre-qualified in advance of that, in anticipation of that. Month supply of inventory, this has been also on a steady climb since June. So 4.1 month supply of inventory, it's up 90% from this time last year. 4 to 6 months, balanced market, 6 or more, buyer's market, trending that way. So my biggest takeaways from the August data is one, seasonality is doing what we expect. We are following that trend of the fall. So sellers, if you're looking to sell and you're looking at comparable sales that happened in June or July, you need to be pricing downward because that's where the market is going. So if a suggested value is $400,000, you probably need to be pricing at 97–98% of that number to be attractive in the market. Buyers, this is a really good opportunity for buyers right now because sellers and new builders are willing to offer some rate buy down, some concessions to get that rate into the fives or even the high fours we've seen with some new construction, which are very attractive rates. So buyers, I would say if there's a home you like, especially if it's been on the market a little while, now's the time to take advantage before other buyers possibly flood in should we see rates drop down into the high to mid to upper fives by the end of the year. And we're really tracking inventory. More new listings. Actually, new listings are down from last month, but they're up 25% from this time last year. So as inventory increases, buyers are more in the driver's seat than they've been all year. So I hope this has been valuable for you. If you enjoy the content, please do subscribe, get notifications turned on, because every month I love breaking down this data and providing the value. And we will see you next month for September's data.